I want everyone to know that's here tonight, that is my pastor. That's my pastor. I love my pastor. And I love my pastor's wife. We've been praying for her. She's been under the weather, but she's going up and over. Amen. Amen. Start this by telling you a story about a young man between the 7th and 9th grade. He fell in love with basketball. I mean to tell you, in his mind, he was a superstar. And his parents seen that he loved it so much that they put him on a little city league, and the school had a little pee-wee league basketball, and they put him in that. And early on, it was pretty obvious that first of all, he was real small, and he was very clumsy. Couldn't pick his feet up. So by the time he got into 9th grade, he told his mom and his dad, he said, I'm going to try out for the junior varsity league. And so he did that, tried out for the junior varsity league, and the coach called in him and 2 other players. Now this kid, he loved basketball. He slept, think, eat, drink basketball. And there's lots of kids like that. So the coach pulled him in there and he told him, he said, look, first of all, you, was talking to the boys, said, you're too small to play basketball. And why don't you try baseball? Because if you try baseball, you develop some hand-eye coordination skills that you're going to need to play basketball. But you just ain't got it, son. So he was devastated. Went home, he was crying. He was in his bedroom, cried all night. Finally, his grandmother came in. And his mom and dad told the grandmother, we don't know what to tell him. We don't know what to say to him. She said, I'm going to go up and talk to him. So she went upstairs and she sat on the edge of the bed and she said, I want you to make me a promise. He said, okay, Grandma. I want you to promise me that if you really do love basketball and that's what you want to do in your life, that you will not listen to no one that says that you can't do it. All right. Do you understand me? He said, yes, ma'am. She said, take me by the hand and make that promise. And he said that the best thing that he could do to improve, or to prove to the coach that he had made a mistake, is just forget all of the criticism and let his actions speak louder than his words. Amen. Here it is. He said, I often come to think to give up and to leave everything, but then I close my eyes and I see God's purpose for me. And my spirit is revived. The Lord began to shake everything off of his life that would lead to his ultimate failures. His failures and disappointments became his stepping stones to success. Amen. All of a sudden, he caught his wings, and the hands and the feet came together all of a sudden, and he began to have what they call in basketball mad skills. Mad skills. And at the end of 10th grade, everybody was watching him. He had become a defensive player that no one wanted to play against because he had fast hands and quick reaction. He was lightning fast. By the time that he hit 11th grade, he was the best defensive player in all of the United States in any high school. Y'all know who I'm talking about yet?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Amen.
He started with a lot of criticism. He started with a lot of negativity. He was a member of the Tar Heels national championship team in 1982. He joined the NBA Chicago Bulls in 1984, and he emerged as a league star, entertaining crowds with his prolific scoring and his leaping ability, illustrated by performing slam dunks from the free throw line. And in the slam dunk contest, earned him the nickname of Air Jordan, or his airness. He gained a reputation as being one of the best defensive players in all of basketball and professional sports. In 1991, he won his first NBA championship with the Bulls and followed the achievement with titles in 1992, 1993, securing a three-peat. He retired from basketball in 1993 and 1994 to do what?
Baseball.
To play with the Chicago White Sox. Man, what an amazing year that was. What an amazing athlete Michael Jordan is. And then he came back and won a championship in 1995, 1996, 1997, and then again in 1998. Wow. We're talking about really what happens to anyone that God puts his hand on and says, I'm putting greatness on you. You see, with Michael Jordan, he wanted all of the negative things to fall off of him. He wanted the negative words from people to fall off of him. He wanted things to fall off of him that were word curses like you're too short. You don't have no skills. You're uncoordinated. You're clumsy. I told you that you couldn't play this game, son. You need to go try to play baseball or something. You're not fit for this sport. You're not built right. You're not tall enough. You're clumsy. Your feet don't work right. Your hands don't work right. You got good work ethic. I know that you mean well. That you got good intentions. All of that, see, had to fall off of him. He developed something through tears. And through the support of his own family. And that what he developed was not to listen to the negative things people say about you and tell you whenever you're so determined to do what God has called you to do.